Reach for the stars, everyone. I am the one and only Gaxiwis, and yes, this is Kirby in the Forgotten Land, the latest and greatest Kirby game that HAL has created to date. So, you might be wondering, what am I doing here, especially considering the title? Well, I did 100% complete this game, and I did it my way. A way that many people, in fact, possibly no one, has done before. Which is that I did evolve the abilities and stuff, but I did not once use a single one of those assist items or enhance my copy abilities. Because for those of you who don't know, you can enhance your copy abilities for the right price. But when I 100%'d the game upon doing all that, I received a message from Elfilin. Yeah. This is something I've never seen be mentioned anywhere, gotta be careful. And he said something about, well, unfortunately I wasn't able to take a screenshot because it just happened so abruptly. I almost imagined it, but I decided to test on a new file just to be sure to see, and I figured it out. Basically, he said something along the lines of, like, congratulations on completing everything, Kirby, but next time maybe you should try taking your time. So, that's kind of odd to say, but I decided to just go back to the arrival point here by using a new file. Because, yeah, I saw the intro cutscene and everything. This is all a new file. And just casually stroll through the arrival point, because I'd never done that before. And when I did that, I got a surprise cutscene at the end that ended up actually having Elfilin say that he was going to help me instead of Bandana Waldi. And sure enough, Player 2 became Elfilin. So, I want to show that off. Unfortunately, that cutscene doesn't seem to ever play again, but the concept of playing as Elfilin is still triggered in this manner, even if the cutscene doesn't play. Most likely, the only way to make it play would be to erase all my data, but there's no way in heck I'm doing that. So the idea here is just to walk casually through the entirety of the arrival point, only taking out the wolfies at the end. And the reason I pieced this together is actually because of all the things, all the way back on the Kirby and the Forgotten Land demo that released, the main stage there that was available, as well as the boss, both played out exactly as they do in the main game in the demo. But Arrival Point is different. It has two additional sequences that were never in the demo, if you remember right. The first being the official opening of the game, which has us being introduced to the main theme of Welcome to the New World, which I will totally be singing along with, by the way, and feel free to sing along too if you're watching. If you know the words, of course. But there's also a sequence where Bandana Waldi shows up, where it's confirmed that he can be summoned in using Player 2. And that's the scene that plays differently if you decide to, quite literally, take your time. So here's where it gets really interesting with that, which is that don't turbo dash here. Just drive normal, drive casually. Now you have to turbo dash to get through this wall, but a quick press of the B button will do it. I tested, and yes, if you turbo dash, it doesn't trigger. So you absolutely have to go through this just real casually. Taking a nice little stroll across the new world. We can't go through there, so we'll take a detour. But yeah, I love this game. And we can't go through there, so we'll take another detour. And again, when we come up to the bridge here, which is our first new sequence, a quick tap of the B button will do ya. And boom! Now for the rest of this, it will play out mostly the same except towards the end. But before that... Strange horizon, ready to go. Feast your eyes on a new world, a new dreamland, a place where you'll laugh and smile. Along the way, stuff your belly and nap a while. No one can hold you back. New fields full of mystery. The skies opened up and there's so much to see. Running wild, just let your heart take the wheel and show you the way. Fresh spring breeze, adventures awaiting you in the fields of a new world. Kinda killed my voice there a little bit. Oh well. Thank you, Hal, so much for this game. And I appreciate all of you who are still staying tuned through all this, even though it's real slow going. But yeah, the clue here is that Kirby is just casually strolling along in this cutscene. Except at that moment. But other than that, he seems to be taking his time in the cutscenes as well, so that's your clue. Spit it out. And continue to walk. I believe you can't run, if you run for like 10 seconds straight, then you fail. And again, there's no way to know it you failed until you reach the end of this area. But we're nearly at the end, and I believe everything's gone perfectly fine. Poor Wobbies. Oh, and in case it wasn't obvious, also no copy abilities. I thought that went without saying, but yeah. Don't use copy abilities in the area. Aw, Elfilin. I'll hope you soon enough. But there is one little other aspect to this. Now walk here. And fortunately, dealing with the Awoofies is not a problem. Even when you're walking. Easy peasy. No issues here. And we want to stand right in front of Elfilin here and wait for, I think it's about like 10 seconds at the very least. you can get the clue from hearing Elfilin do all of his cries. About 3 times, shall we say. So about now. So we'll rescue Elfilin, and the cutscene will play out the same, but you'll see when I activate player 2, that things are quite different.
Phew, you saved me. Thank you. What about those other guys, the Wildies? They were all captured and taken away. We fought those beasts as hard as we could, but they kept coming back for more. Now I'm the only one left. You have to go save them. You have to. What? You'll help me save everyone? That's great! So, your name is Kirby? I'm Elfilin. Nice to meet you.
Now, of course, when we approach the Warp Star here...
Hey, Kirby!
So the first time, we didn't get this message. Like, when I played this the first time and did it this way, I didn't get this message. Instead, they were just question marks that appeared over Kirby and Elflin's head, and he questioned about, like, wasn't there supposed to be a Wildee with a bandana that came along? Well, since he's not around, I guess I can lend my own paw. And that was pretty much it. But weirdly enough, that never happens again.
Hey, Kirby!
Yeah, it says that you better do it with Bandana Wildee, but you'll see.
Boy, am I glad to see you. I got pulled through that vortex over Planet Popstar, too. If you ever want a second player to join you, just let me know. I'll always be ready.
And of course, I haven't been editing this video to prove how legit this is. Now, obviously, at this moment, we can totally activate player 2. So, I'll just grab this Joy-Con here real quick, and... Oh, right. I need to actually tell it to do that. Doy. And when we activate player 2 here... Ba-ba-bum! Player 2 can play as Bandana Waldee! Isn't that so cool? He can play it... Wait a minute. Wait, wasn't this supposed to be playing Elfilin? Well, I have a question for you guys. Do you know what today is? No? Well, it is... April Fools! Yeah, sorry. There's no legit way to play as Elfilin in this game. If you come this far and you haven't figured that out, sorry, I couldn't help myself. So, yeah, this was all just an elaborate April Fool's joke. Don't bother playing through the stage that way, nothing will happen. I made the whole thing up about Elfilin's message and stuff. If it had happened, I totally would have screenshot it because, oh boy, I've screenshot a lot on this game. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And look forward to more content in the near future. Don't worry, that's not a joke. I absolutely do have a lot of stuff in the pipeline and a lot of plans for future videos. But I couldn't help myself pulling a little prank with our latest Kirby game here. So, until next time, to all my viewers, subscribers, and overall fans out there, thank you so much for your continued support. Tell me in the comments, did you fall for this? And, as always, until the next time, may the stars shine down on you.